Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and my guest is artist and muralist Renda Writer, and I should say handwritten artist. I know we should point that out. You're here in St. Louis, so welcome to St. Louis. You've been here this is your second time here?
Yeah, this is my second time.
And you've been here for how long now?
I've been here about 2.5 weeks.
Okay, so where can we see your work here in St. Louis?
Here in St. Louis, I actually have a lot. I just completed a small mural right before I came to the studio at...
just completed.
I have paint on my hands, always. But I did a small mural at the High and Low, which is a literary center being opened by the Kranzberg Foundation. So it's on North Leopold or
Yeah, right there at Washington,
and
at
Washington.
The corner in Midtown. Yeah, no, it's a really neat space.
So that's the newest thing I did. I did that just a few hours ago. I also have... a mural in Chesterfield at a place called Symbol, and it's a love mural. It's an interior mural, so it's basically the whole interior of a kind of a fast casual dining establishment. So that's another one, but I also recently did some work with the On God Arts Hotel, and we'll be working more with them. And then I recently did a mural with an artist here in St. Louis who's very well known in St. Louis and around the world, but he's a St. Louis guy. His name is Eyes, E-Y-E-Z. And Pete Wallinger is his real name. But we did a mural at his house. But his house is right on 64 West, so you can see it from the highway. But that was a really cool collaboration, and that's just the start of what's to come. We're going to be collaborating quite a bit here in St. Louis and everywhere.
Oh, that's great. Well, I want to bring up some more photos because, cool. I mean, St. Louis, we're thrilled that you're here, but you've been everywhere. I mean, we've got pictures. This is, again, some of your work. You were, I think the next one is just down at the border. That might not be the next one. Let's see what comes up next.
Yes.
This is actually a project here, though.
Yes, those are some red canvases that I made inside of a red room at the On God Arts Hotel, which you may know that's a hotel where every room is by color. So there's red, there's blue, there's green, and there's yellow, and you book your room according to your mood. So I stayed there one night in the red room, and I made a bunch of red art, and I did the same in the blue room. And that is, I'm very much into hip-hop. Hip-hop got me into words. From there, I got into poetry, and from there, I got into art, and now my style of art is all words. So what you're looking at there is a collaboration that I did with a Miami artist named Industry Tested, and that is a picture of Snoop Dogg with some of Snoop Dogg's lyrics that I hand wrote around this portrait of Snoop. And that is one of my bigger accomplishments, really. That is a world peace mural that I did on the actual border wall between Mexico and the US. And then you'll notice behind the wall, those 3 tall walls, those are prototype walls that were built by companies to show to Trump. And so that was really cool. It was, another out of the country mural, and it's kind of historical.
Yeah. And what's so interesting, too, with your work is, like, you're saying words, really simple words, right? But they're having such impact. I mean, the fact that you can travel around the world and people are booking you to do private commissions and projects, some are more public art, is really amazing. And you're saying the same thing over and over again, but in a different style. This is here, this is in New York City?
Yeah, that's in the South Bronx in New York. That was about 2 years ago, and it was about 25 degrees out, and I spent about 14 hours writing World Peace over and over on a giant apartment building. I wrote World Peace en Paz Mundial because it was a heavily Spanish-speaking area. But that was World Peace mural number 30-something, and I'm now up to about 80. But I mean, that just goes to show, I do murals no matter what. It could be hot, it could be cold, it could be raining, snowing. There's a forecast for snow on Thursday, and I'm doing a mural on Thursday here in St. Louis.
And I love that photo, though, of my favorite artist. Just before you leave, I have to ask you, this is a technical question. This is about spacing and your vision beforehand. How do you, I mean, everything's so symmetrically, it fits, right? But I mean, is that ahead of time you're projecting that, or it just magically works out that way?
It does. It magically works out that way. It might sound weird, but really when I get in the zone and I'm just making art, I just feel myself kind of get aligned and everything works. There's no planning. The only planning I do is kind of in the moment. I kind of step ahead maybe 1 or 2 steps in my mind, and I envision the end of it. But really, I just kind of let the universe guide my hand, and everything works. I've never done a mural that I haven't liked or that it didn't look good to me or anyone else. So I guess what I'm doing works. Just do it. You know, that's the moral of the story. Just do it, whatever it is. You don't have to overthink it. You know, you'll give yourself analysis paralysis. So I would rather just do it. And it works for me. I've now done over 200 murals, and I've never planned a single one of them.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a pleasure to have you, and really, really such neat work. And I just always so interesting when we get to meet artists and have them come in the studio to talk about their work. It's really, really special.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
And just continued success to you, just traveling around everywhere. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in St. Louis.
I will. I love it here.
Well, if you want to learn more about Renda, you can head to his website. It's rendawriter.com. You can see all his work, all the different places that he's traveled and done different projects. If you also want to learn more about his World Peace mural, you can head to worldpeacemuraltour.com. And don't forget, you can actually buy some of his artwork on his website. So go there if you're interested in his t-shirts and some of the canvas pieces that you can actually purchase. All right, well, there's more STL Live right after this. Please stay with us.